You know, sometimes there comes a figure so thoroughly weird, you really don't have much of a choice but to pick him up. Maybe you're not familiar with him. Maybe you are. But that figure for me this year is definitely the Orb, central figure in Jason Aaron's original Sin. Briefly stole or had one of the Watcher's eyes. I think he was one of the Watcher's eyes, actually, for a second. That was a weird storyline. But they did make a very weird figure out of him. And honestly, this guy slaps. Let's open him up. We'll talk about him. I'm Dan Umpton, and this is the Doomcast. So first impressions, you know, you may or may not have expected this, but the eyeball is very, very smooth. I didn't expect that. I thought that you were going to be able to feel like the veins. But yeah, I mean, if you're wondering, that's the guy's character. He's the Orb. He's literally a literal eyeball on top of a head. Or that is his head. It's weird. It's not very frequently used, but it definitely makes for a thoroughly compelling figure. Definitely one that I enjoy. They give him this weird little ray gun and the Evel Knievel bodysuit, which is unnecessarily weird as well. That little ray gun gets a... This doesn't come with it, but I took Pretty Boy's one of the effects, and golly, those are neat. Adds a little something to it. But there's not a whole heck of a lot to really say about the Orb as a character so much. Just that he looks like some weird mutant Confederate somehow. And I don't know how I feel about that now that I say that. It's just a giant white eye on a Confederate battle flag. Oh, I don't know if that's cool at all. Makes me feel very strange. Do I hate this figure now? I don't think so. He is very weird though, that's for sure. You could probably put this thing, yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. I'm about to put this eyeball thing on a bunch of different stuff. That is very silly. But you don't get too big of a range of motion, but you do get some decent posability with that head on there. I don't know. I can't get enough of it. There's not a whole lot to him, but he just frickin' looks great. And I think I might be in love with it. I don't think he's really shown up other than Jason Aaron stuff here recently. It'd be a character worth actually doing a full Doomcast episode on and researching, because I'm not sure I know. Well, I guess tune in a couple weeks for a full episode on the Orb. But in the meantime, this is a character worth buying. Look, if you want a Puff Adder piece, sure. The only other ones in this I feel like I want to get is probably that Baron von Strucker and Molecule Man. But, and Molecule Man's kind of a necessity, right? If you're a Fantastic Four fan. So, I feel like that's got to be done. But, this guy's mostly Avengers and Original Sin, which, golly, I think that got Jason Aaron the Avengers gig, and that so far has worked out to be a very silly run. Well, thanks everybody for watching. I guess if you want a character with a weird eyeball, is 20 some bucks worth a novelty? Maybe not. But I can almost guarantee you that he will probably end up going on sale. And at that point, yeah, just to have a custom head that you can put on weird stuff, yeah, probably not a bad idea. Anyway, Thanks everybody for watching. Peace.